welcome back. It is another beautiful but hot day in Pennsylvania. We're looking at 91 degrees. I know there's some of you out there that are going to say that's not really that hot, and that's okay. For us, this is hot and humid. I mean, this is like swamp ass weather, you know. It's not good, especially when you're a big guy like me. We do not like this heat. As you can hear, I'm sure, I got the air conditioning cranked. And I was just saying the other day how much I love this truck for the air conditioning abilities. I mean, it stays ice cold in here. And I don't know, I'm one of those people, and it's really funny actually, that is like very car sympathetic. Like, it's 91 degrees out, and my truck is sitting here trying to make sure that I'm cool and comfortable while still trying to give me some fun by delivering some horsepower. So there's times that I don't really run it. Obviously, if I'm trying to use the camera, I need to make sure that the windows are up. But is anybody else like that? Is it just me? I mean, I find myself, you know, doing crazy things when you do burnouts or take it through a creek or go off-roading or anything fun like that, that you turn around and you're like, oh man, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have done that. But for the 2 years I've had it, she has been faithful and just loving it. Right now, I'm staring at bird poop that is on my hood, and I'm not at all happy about it. Anyway, enough of the rambling. Gonna stop and get gas here. I have been debating. I really don't know where I want to head for the first mod for the channel. Again, I have that cold air intake tube on there and just the Canon air filter. So I've been trying to think of things that maybe help the truck, not so much in the horsepower way, but I've been looking into catch cans, doing my research on them and how much they really seem to help. I really want an exhaust. Like, I got the intake part, I want the exhausting part so that it helps that breathing and, you know, helps this thing get up and go a little more. Plus, who doesn't love to hear that all the time? I've also been back and forth because I'm trying to find one that it kicks ass and sounds great, but at the same time I don't want it to drone. Like, I don't want to be going down the road and having to listen to it drone. And you know, I use my truck for a lot of trips because, believe it or not, this thing gets great gas mileage for being such a big vehicle. And it's roomy. Again, being a big guy, 6'1", you know, I like to have my room when I'm taking road trips. So still back and forth. I can't decide on what I want to do there. Other thing that I was thinking about is maybe tuning it first, because I know that it's got that cylinder deactivation, which is a huge pain, especially when you put an exhaust on, because then you can hear every time that it kicks in and out of, you know, 8-cylinder to 4-cylinder mode, and I don't want to listen to that going down the road either. I know they make those little chips that you can plug into your OBD2 port that basically that's all they do is they disable that function. But I don't know, if I'm going to go for it and I'm going to spend the money, why not maybe get it tuned now and, you know, buy a tuner and go that route. But again, as most of you know, and I've probably researched yourselves, there are so many things to look at out there in the market. I have looked into HP tuners. I myself don't really know if I have the knowledge. Would love to get it and mess around with it, but at the same time, checking for comps, do not feel like blowing my truck up. But I don't know, I have to do a little bit more research on that one, because I don't know if it's as easy as I can go in and go, oh, here's, you know, the cylinder deactivation, bam, turn it off and it's done. So gonna do a little more research on that and see which way I want to take it. But I definitely think that I'd like to do that before the exhaust, so then I'm leaning more towards doing this catch can so that I can do that. I don't know, I'm so torn. So many things that I want to do, and money is always the deciding factor on that. So I'm kind of right now looking at the Borla Attack, and I've, you know, researched and heard that it's really, really loud. So I need to do a couple more reviews on that. Again, if you're going to make an exhaust, why do you really care about how loud it is? Because that's what you're here to do, is be American and let some freedom ring. So I'm gonna pull in here, get some gas, and we'll pick this right back up. A gas station parking lot. This guy. Yeah. He's not paying attention. But he is chugging his energy shot or whatever. Anyway, let's get back to being on track here. Is there anybody else who feels that, like, you got your own little car thing? So I realize that my truck is not meant to run on 93. Some of that intake sound. Even hot. I mean, this truck it does what I need it to do. I love it. But I know it's not meant to run on 93. And some people say that it doesn't help. It doesn't, I don't know. I believe that it's all in what you want to do with your vehicle. So I feel like my little thing is every once in a while, it's like a treat, you know? Like every once in a while, I like to go get wings, and I feel that every once in a while my truck deserves to have 93. I don't do it all the time, but I do notice a difference the next time I go to get gas, that I get a little bit of gas mileage out of it. Again, it's one of those things where you're gonna have people say that it helps, it doesn't help. I just wondered if anybody else had their own little car thing, or vehicle quirks that you do. Again, the first one being that I have car sympathy really bad. So anyway, back to what we were talking about, which is the mods, what to do, not sure what to do. I don't know, I feel like I'm still gonna be on the fence for a while, because I really want it to sound good, but I also want to make the drivability of this thing so much better, especially as I, you know, down the road, as I want to start getting into more high horsepower mods. I feel like if I take care of it now and get it set for when that time comes, that I'll be in a way better situation. Again, a catch can to help those oil vapors not go back into the motor, so that the motor lasts longer. But the exhaust does sound a lot more fun. So I don't know. I'm definitely getting something this week. That's the other one. I wish I had a notepad that I could write this stuff down, but holding a GoPro, driving down the road, and looking at a notepad probably would not be the best idea. So, my other one is that front skid plate. I'm back and forth on wanting to do that too, so that first, you know, cosmetic thing starts to come along, and I can start to get the look of the truck that I want. So, it's between the catch can, that skid plate, sorry, or the exhaust. And I can tell you that I have looked at the exhaust way more this week than I have anything else. So we'll see. I'm definitely going to make my decision and get something purchased so that we can start that content on the channel with, you know, our first mod of the truck, and just really start to get into what I love to do, and I've always been afraid to do and make myself try. So that's kind of where things stand for now. Just a little quick update, and again, I love that I'm saying it. I have no subscribers, and literally one person has watched the other video, but we are going to keep at it because I love this. I think it's fun. I think it's a good way to pass the time. It's a good way to, I mean, normally these thoughts are in my mind, but now I get to speak about them while driving, which is something that I love to do. I have always loved cars, been into cars, and still to this day just absolutely love them. So for now, unless I find something interesting that I get into, that's going to be it, and that's the quick update on what's to come next. So thanks guys for watching, and hopefully I'll see you around on the next one.